Okay, a couple things to not overlook when you're doing a mud pan. I got a pre-slope here. I've used Flex Tile WP980. It's a waterproofing membrane. Also, together with that, you use this fiber woven. It's a fiberglass mesh. It's very hard to tear or cut. That gets embedded into the liquid membrane. So those two together replace an old pan liner, what would be a rubber pan liner. This is a piece that I cut out of the drain. It becomes rubber. Very, very durable. It's also anti-fracture, so you get double the protection with it. But the pre-slope, mud pan drains, for one thing, are designed to be used with the pre-slope, so your mud work comes up to that flange right there. Now you've got pitch, see your level's flat, but you have pitch to the drain on all corners. Pitch to the drain, pitch to the drain. That step, I don't know why guys insist on saying a pre-slope isn't worth the time to do, but it is. It's the crucial step. So now I've got my pan liner here. The second part to the drain that often gets overlooked are these channels on the back. Those are called weep holes. There's a channel to that hole. Channel, there's 4 of those, and then you flip it over on the top side, you have the same thing. Channels to each hole. Those really need to be protected really well so that your mud work doesn't clog those up. A lot of times guys will stuff those full of mud. Then once you begin to use the shower, the calcium and all the stuff in the water just kind of crystallizes and plugs these up. And as your water's trying to seep through your mud work and go back down the drain, it has nowhere to go because these are plugged up. These are very critical. But that's just a couple things. So I've got Curdy Fix on the inside of my drain, just as to make sure if any water ever backs up in that drain, it won't go underneath my pan liner. So that's why that's there. And I put a little spot on each bolt, and then this part clamps down like that. Now another thing that gets overlooked with these is, see how much play that has? This is tapered on the back so that it creates space in there, so that these channels can act the way that they need to, that the water can filter back down. It creates a space all the way around so that that water can filter back through there. So you have these top channels and then those bottom channels. This needs to be protected when you do your mud work. I'm gonna do a video here when I get set up on how to do dry pack, and I'll cover that on there. So then that gets clamped down, these tighten down, and this is your final piece. And then you're ready for your mud. So that's a pre-slope and a drain put together. I'll be back in just a little bit. Thanks.